Let's read. So I just want to start off by thanking you guys for bearing with me this semester, because this is a particularly tough semester for me and I've been working a lot more, so my schedule has been super crazy and I haven't been posting as frequently as I would like. I have been posting, just not nearly as often as I normally do or would like to do. And I'm always thinking about you guys. I'm always thinking about you guys. But sometimes things get hard, but here I am. I'm taking advantage of my Thanksgiving break to put a video out for you guys, and what better way to try and get back into the rhythm of things than doing one of my best friend's book tags. This is Emma from Emma Books, and she created the Totally Should've book tag. Now what I really love about this book tag is it kind of allows you to talk about things that you think about but don't often come up in usual book discussion conversations. And overall, I just really like this tag. I think it is a fantastic idea for a tag, and I'm very happy she tagged me in it. So it only occurred to me as I was filming this that I'm unprepared. I haven't picked my books out ahead of time like I hardly ever do because I don't think about these things. And I really feel like we should just create a game for every time I come into a video unprepared and I haven't picked out books or I haven't picked out people I want to tag. And we can call it the Little Red Reader Needs to Get Her Life Together game. So let's do it. Every time I come in unprepared, haven't done what I should be doing like an organized person, we can take a shot. And before you jump all over me, I am of course talking about espresso shots because I'm a barista, so it's only fitting. And if you don't like coffee, which I know a lot of people don't, but then a lot of you are addicts like me, but for those of you that don't, just take a shot of water or something. It's good to stay hydrated. Hydration is good, keeps you healthy, keeps your skin glowing. It's pretty fantastic. Alright, let's get started. Number 1, totally should have gotten a sequel. And the only one that came to mind is The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, because this is a standalone novel and a pretty great vampire standalone novel. I love this book. Didn't start off loving it, but by the end of it, so addicted. So addicted, guys. You have no idea. And I just want more. We can make it a duology. I'm not so greedy as to ask for a trilogy, but maybe a duology. That would be cool. Just please, Holly Black, give me more. Number 2, totally should have had a spin-off series. For this one, I want a spin-off series for Harry Potter. And not just any spin-off series. I want the adventures of James, Sirius, Lupin, and Peter. That's what I want. I want to understand the dynamics of their friendship. I want to know, were there signs that Peter Pettigrew or Wormtail was going to be the person that he ended up being and doing the awful things that he ended up doing to his friends? I want to see how Lupin deals with his, what's the word? I keep wanting to say leprosy, but that's a crazy deadly disease. That's not the word. I think it's lycanthropy. Anyway, his werewolfy time during Hogwarts and what a struggle that would have been for him as a teenager and how hard that would have been, and James getting to meet Lily and how that all blossomed. I want to know. Number 3, an author who should totally write more books. For this one, I am choosing Kiera Cass because I am in love with her stories. Her stories are addictive. The thing about her stories is even if you don't even particularly like the books, you still find yourself kind of addicted to them. Although I am not that person. I love her books. I honestly don't know what I would do without more of them in my life. Like, she's just gotta write forever, or at least until I die at like 97. I understand that she meant this question for more romantic relationships, but honestly, there were no romantic relationships that came to mind for this question, but one relationship did come to mind that is not romantic, but very important to my soul. And that is the relationship between Sirius and Harry. Because I wish more than anything that Harry could have gotten that life with Sirius, that Sirius would have had his name cleared, and that Harry would have had the life that he hoped for with his godfather. Number 5, totally should have ended differently. Margot should have died. Number 6, totally should have had a movie franchise. For this one, I am choosing The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. And have you guys read these yet? They're amazing. Now, keep in mind, if they put a low budget on this franchise, it would not work out. It would not work out. These are very, very sci-fi retellings. However, if this series had a really good franchise movie budget, this would be fantastic. This would be so cool. I just imagine the androids, and can you imagine the moon? Can you imagine the lunar kingdom? Or the satellite. I cannot think of words. I don't know words today. But the satellite, just, and these characters coming to life, and just the action that's involved, and it would be so cool. It would make such cool movies. It would make really, really, really cool movies. Number 7, totally should have had a TV show. So keep in mind for my choice for this one that I am not choosing this series based on its ability to have a long-lasting show. I wouldn't expect the show to last 10 seasons. It would not work out without becoming terrible. And that is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. The reason I think so is because you wouldn't have to have like a high movie budget to make this good and make it creepy. You can have a regular TV budget and still make it creepy as long as you had good actors that could do these very dark and complex characters justice. Number 8, one book that totally should have only had one point of view. And I chose Allegiant for this. Just how it was written in the two perspectives, I would constantly have to go back and check and see whose chapter I was in, because the point of views are so similar in their voices that they don't sound like two different characters. It sounds like one character. I don't want to be reading Forrest's chapter, but having checked whether or not it's Triss, because the chapter sounds so much like Triss. I apologize if my lighting changed a little bit. It may or may not have tipped over mid-filming, so I can't guarantee that I got it exactly in the right place, but hopefully you can't tell too much. Number 9, totally should have had a cover change. For this one, I chose Perfect Chemistry by Simone Elkles, which is dusty, but this book is actually really, really good. However, I refuse to pay. I saw this book around for so long. Never had a single interest in picking it up because look at this cover. There's just people and it's cheesy and it's boring and it's just, this is not an attractive cover. It's just not. Just no. And I knocked over my light again. Because as mentioned, I'm an unbalanced and uncoordinated person that needs to get my life together. So I knew going into this question what inspired Emma to write this question. Because we've talked about this before. It's one of my biggest complaints. And that is a series that never, ever, ever in a million years should have received a cover change. And that is The Diviners by Libba Ray. This cover is gorgeous. It's so pretty and it just... And then you look at the inside of the book. Look at that. Look at that. You open it up. Here, I'm going to take this off. And to show you, and hopefully not wreck my book in the process, look. It's a sun. That is the original cover. The one they should have kept the style of for the remainder of the series. But no, not only did they do a cover change for the sequel, they did a cover change for the first book. And the only thing good about the cover change is that the font's kind of nice. But that's about it. Number 10. Books that totally should have stopped at book 1. For this one, I'm choosing Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea by April Genevieve Tushok. I still have never learned to pronounce her name. And, you know, I can't miss an opportunity to bag on this series because we all know by now how I feel about this series. This was not the greatest book to begin with, but again, it was enough and I was interested enough that I still wanted to pick up the sequel, and I was actually excited about reading the sequel because I thought here's a chance to really see where the series can go, because it was finally starting to get really interesting. And she took it in this weirdest direction. I don't know, maybe it's just my taste, but I thought it was very strange. I feel like a lot of it didn't make sense. There was a complete romance change, but I would have rathered her wrap it up at the end of this one instead of leaving a cliffhanger and just left it to this. Okay, that is all for this tag. I feel like this video is going to be a million years long because I feel like I just got into so many explanations, but I think that's what I really was excited about this tag for, was because I feel like it inspires discussion over questions that just generally don't get brought up, although they're in our minds at some point. We think about these things, we just don't always discuss them, and of course, the first opportunity I get to discuss them, I just talk for a million years and take up all of your precious time. So now is the time to tag new people. So I am going to tag the Bibliothon girls that have not posted it yet. I have not seen anybody but Emma post it yet, even though I know they were tagged. But to tag you guys all again, I'm going to tag Brittni, Sierra, Selena, Kassie. Am I missing? That's not enough people. Brittni, Sierra, Selena, Kassie, Kelly. I tag you guys, of course, because as always, I have to. I love you guys. I will tag you in everything to the ends of the earth. But of course, I'm going to tag other people because there are other people I absolutely adore and love on BookTube, and they just have to do this. I am going to tag Chloe from blondiesbooks. I'm going to tag Molly from Magical Molly. I am going to tag Sam from Samantha's books. I am going to tag... Take an espresso shot, guys. This is the problem right here. You know what? Go back and take espresso shots for when I knocked over my leg twice and when I kicked my tripod. Because that is the type of day you are going to be so hopped up on caffeine by the end of this video. Or if you don't like coffee, and as we talked about, you're taking shots of water, well then you're welcome, because you are super hydrated and healthy now. Okay, I admit I lost track of the people that I was tagging, so I'm going to stop with those wonderful people. And yeah, do this tag. I hope to see this in my subscription feed soon. This is the type of tag to inspire discussion and conversation, and those are my favorite. If you have your own opinions on any of these questions and you don't plan on doing this tag yourself, please post them down in the comments. Let's have a discussion about this. And if you want to do this tag and I did not tag you, go ahead and do it. I will tag you in the comments if you'd like. It doesn't matter. Just do this tag. I really want to watch more of these tags that we can discuss, because that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So I just want to thank you guys for putting up with me and my all over the place bonkers behavior today, because apparently I cannot stay on topic to save my life. I cannot keep my light functioning in an upright manner, and I can't not kick my tripod unnecessarily. Literally, there was no reason for it. I went to go put my book away, and for some reason I stretched my leg out and kicked my tripod. I wasn't off balance. There was no reason for me to stretch my leg out backwards like that. I just did it and kicked my tripod. I don't know. Alright, I will have more videos out soon, and I'll talk to you guys later.